Let's write some logics for mobile authentication. So we'll head over to common. Inside this lib folder, we do have this common folder, and inside common, we will head to controller. We will add a new folder here, naming it services, and another folder inside controller, naming it provider. So we will shift the auth provider inside this provider folder, and inside services, we will create a new file, naming it mobile auth services.dart. Let's create a new class and name this class as mobile auth services. Now let's create a new function here, static receive OTP, and we will pass two fields here, which we will say it's required. It's going to be required build context, and the another one is going to be required string mobile number. Now we will come up here. So you will find that in the constant folder, we do have a file naming constants.dart, and here we have already declared this Firebase auth. So for Firebase auth, we will be needing some of the packages, that is Firebase auth package and Firebase core. So necessary, whatever the packages we're gonna use for this project, it's already there in PubSpec. So here we will come up and we will add Firebase core and Firebase auth to go with mobile authentication. So here we will go with try catch, and inside try, we're gonna go with await. So we do need to make it an asynchronous function, await auth dot. We do need to import Firebase auth, so we'll import the constant file auth dot verify phone number. So here we will find that there are 4 stages basically in verify phone number. And those stages are verification complete, verification failed, code sent, and code auto retrieval timeout. So let's fill these 4 fields. Here we will go with phone auth credential, and here it will be credential and then we will log. It's not the correct log. We will log credential.toString. And let's import Dart developer here. Make sure you are importing Dart developer for log, not Dart math. So next comes verification failed. So here we will pass parameter Firebase auth exception, and then inside here we're gonna go with log exception.dart. Okay, it's exception.toString. Then here comes up code sent, and we will go with string verification code, and the next going to be int resend token. Now here we want to update our mobile auth provider, or you can say auth provider here. We want to update our mobile auth provider verification code field. So we'll come up here and write context.read mobile auth provider dot update verification code, and it's going to be verification code. And yeah, good. And here, code retrieval timeout. So here we will specify a field that is string verification ID and nothing. It's good. So inside catch, we want to throw an exception, throw exception E. And verification failed. Okay, here we do have inside this code sent, we also need to push to a new screen, that is OTP screen. So I will call here navigator.push. Navigator.push route, it's going to be page transition. Child, it's going to be OTP screen, and type it's going to be page transition right to left. So what this page transition package does is that it's create a beautiful transition animation for in between two routes. So suppose we are routing from screen A to screen B, so it will just create a beautiful transition. So we will experience it like a little later. So the next function which we gonna come up is verify OTP. So let's create a new function here. Let's minimize this function and let's create a new function, static verify OTP. And here also we are going to request for required build context, and the next it's going to be string OTP. The parameter OTP can't have a value null. Okay, it's going to be required. I missed required. So here again we will be going with try catch, and inside catch we will go with E, and we will come up to inside try. Let's save it, try, and go with auth credentials equals to phone auth provider dot credential. Let's bring them to next line. Yeah, here in verification ID it's going to be context dot read mobile auth provider dot verification code, and the SMS code is going to be OTP. Then we will go with await. We also have to declare this function as asynchronous. We will go with await auth dot sign in with credential, and we'll pass credential here. And then we will go with, it's going to be navigator.push, and here it's going to be page transition. Child, it's going to be const bottom navbar rider, and the type it's going to be page transition type right to left, and we have to add the semicolon here. Let's save it. So there is a warning popping up here, so we'll come up here, click here, ignore from this file, and here we do need to throw an exception, and it's going to be E. Okay, we do have receive OTP, verify OTP